When Satan want to crush the value of men, he makes them visionless. Excuse me, the worst thing that can happen, the worst form of valuelessness is to live without reason. Let me say again. The worst form of valuelessness is to live without reason. One of the greatest evil of witchcraft is to hide vision from men. And the light and vision is a product of brightness. It is only a lightless life that can be visionless. Let me say again. I say it is only a lightless life that can be visionless. Vision preserve men's life. And thrones are meant for preserved lives. Please, I would like you to hear this. The spirit of dream harvested from Joseph the value that enabled him to occupy throne. The value that made Joseph a prime minister was produced from vision. Can I say it again? I said the value that made Joseph a prime minister. There was a fellowship between Joseph and the dream. Joseph and dream. The dreaming spirit that produced a new Joseph. Why the brothers of Joseph didn't know Joseph is that the spirit of dream produced a new Joseph from an old Joseph. A new Joseph that is worthy of throne. The Jesus that occupied a place at the right hand of the Majesty on high was produced from the incarnate Christ. Now, when people are visionless, they die. That's what the Bible says. Where there's no vision, the people perish. In 45:7, Joseph said, God preserved me. God brought me to keep you, to preserve you in posterity. Please don't forget it. That God brought me to preserve you. Because the destiny of visionless people will always be hand over to those who are preserved. Now, when you hear preserve, we're talking about ability of vision gives you to keep your life, to help others. Let's leave the big ram. To keep your life. Vision makes you to mind your life. Vision tells you your life is important, it's needed. You can't live it carelessly because you need it to help others. So that's what vision will be telling you every day. Keep your life and help others. Keep your life and help others. Keep your life and help others. It was the life of vision that Joseph used in buying the Egyptians. And then the Bible says he bought them and bought their land. My question to somebody is, how do you ignore A man whose vision has already transformed into immortality. Reverend Tobac is here. Do you know how many Igbo boys, the way he's sitting there and I'm here, they keep on coming to us. They saw us together. They keep coming and keep moving. You see, because emptiness will not allow them to sit down. What did I say? They didn't go anywhere. Even if a wanderer prospers, don't see envy him. You write down your paper. I say, even if a wanderer prospers, don't still envy him. Why you must not envy him is because man is the guardian angel of his destiny. He cannot guide whatever he has if he doesn't have life to guide it. So if he can't guide, then he will lose it and lose his life. Hear me. There is a number of years people will live on earth without direction. They become nuisance. Somebody said, I vowed. I vowed. There is no vow outside vision. It is only saved lives that can keep vow. It is only lives saved by vision that keep vows. And please, listen. If you are at a certain age and you still lack some things, it is because you are living for a wrong reason. Excuse me, since today have I picked any call? Am I not getting call? Did you hear me run out here to go and take call since morning? I've not answered one call. For what? I came to the debate to answer call. That thing I told you now is something that somebody can remember. And can I say it again? Huh? Excuse me. There is a number of years a man will live on earth without vision. He becomes a problem. Because you need energy to produce a life that is vision based. And you have to start early. But what about if somebody doesn't have a visionary life? And excuse me, you have been keeping your life. Yeah, I say you have been keeping. If vision has been keeping your life, and suddenly somebody want to crush a life that is kept into years. If you know, if you have kept it, you won't allow it. If you have kept it. If you have kept it, and if you know the effort you use in keeping it, you won't give it for 5 minutes destruction. Because you're keeping it for a reason. And then it has cost you too much to keep it. Church, is it great? Is it great? So, listen. When Potiphar's wife came on Joseph, that is not religious explanation. Joseph knew that the house of Potiphar prospered for his value. That made Joseph superior to Potiphar's wife. And then when the lady was trying to encroach on that value that made him to prosper in that house, he resisted it. He knew that not even accusation can kill that value. Not even accusation. They took Joseph to the prison. He didn't care because he know that that thing he kept cannot be destroyed. When some people told me, when you get to a certain age, you get married. I said, come, go and sit down, fool. Fool. I knew very early, at 35, 32, that I won't get married. There is something that I've already seen. And then when I got 40, they said that my name is Imar. Listen, look at me. If you want to be great, and you don't know one reason you should be, one reason, then you will never be. If the honor of your future is not attached to something you should protect. Let me say it again. I say if the honor of your life is not attached to something you should protect, then you will never have honor. Honor doesn't rest on vacuum. That's on your paper. It's not a product of prayer. I say honor. It doesn't rest on vacuum. It is not a product of prayer. Don't pray for honor. There is something you should keep for honor. Honor should rest on something you kept. You get for honor. Somebody said that man shepherd. I said, God, it's okay. Okay. No, okay, don't mind me. You want to diminish something I have already taken time to keep. Something I have. Something that paint me the way it paints me in the mind of men. Let me ask you a question. If accusing Joseph was meant to, that's why I need to tell you, I need to tell people, listen, I told you that if you're a blogger, don't talk against firebrand men of God who didn't pervert the way of righteousness. The angel will kill you. Don't use your mouth to talk against stones of fire. One day, a young locust, was telling me about, you know how women are, telling me about how a pastor was always chasing her, trying to tell her to come to some place and order. So I asked her, I said, what you told me, how many people know? She said, I'm the only person you have told. I looked at her and said, I am the last person you will tell. Because the person you're pointing at is not falling. I said, the person you're pointing at is not falling yet. He might like you and made a mistake in that way. But leave him alone. He's still standing. And I told her, I said, why you should leave him alone is because he will kill you. His angel will kill you. His angel will come from fire and kill you if you don't stop mentioning his name. Many years ago, 2009 or 6 or 8, while I was still in Ghana, this thing happened. But that time I was already wise to know that you don't speak against something that is burning. Don't speak against something that is burning. I say this last? Huh? Listen, I will load you. I'm going to come back here in the night. I'm going to come back here in the night for fire and for loading. And listen, 4 hours is a small time. Oh. Listen, there is no throne anywhere. This is what I'm telling you now, because I'm going to say something in 5 minutes. This is what I'm telling you now. Let it be one of the things a lesson you learned here today. There is no important place anywhere on earth and in heaven where God built a throne where men will not sit there for him. But the men that will sit there for him are those who either vision or incarnation have vested a value that can enable them sit there. So if God has a throne and he wants that throne like in 2011 to 15 of Revelation, and that throne is going to judge men on elements. Now that throne is kept there for a man. But whether it is incarnation or vision, it is the nature of the throne that determines. Don't forget that Joseph didn't sit on the throne of Egypt. He was only a prime minister because he was brought there by vision. An extract from that revelation in the choir and share with us. The day I said, I thought in choir it was a great night that night. We went to sing and then I started teaching. I said that you cannot serve God with gift. Very risky. Don't serve God with risk, with gift, with talent. Don't serve him with talent. You see, talent is under the influence of witchcraft. It doesn't last. It will never last. Whether it is voice or the prophetic or healing, don't serve God with talent. What I mean is, don't make it the focus. Let it be a small part of the actual service. Let it be let it be a small part of the actual service. Not what you're living for. Because if you make talent what you're living for, night will come when somebody's not ready. There is no human being that functioned, that did much laying hand of healing, that didn't die mysteriously. There is no prophet that fulfilled his ministry. There is no singer that didn't have accident. Why? Because these people that do these things stand on grounds that are shaking. Grounds where Satan and man meet. Where? How can you stand on the ground where Satan can access to declare God? If ministry is the only thing you're doing with your life, how can you commit it to singing? How can you even commit it to ordinary healing? How can you commit it to ordinary miracle? How can you lay hand on somebody, on people every day, every Sunday? How? And how do you want to live with it? How do you want to preserve your life through laying hand on people every Sunday? How? Those that follow that road, you didn't see how they ended. The reason that somebody is coming to church for him to get healing. Do you know why I stopped doing prophecy? Do you know why? it offends me when somebody comes to church, he will not make note. He will open Bible. Until I say there is somebody here. He start adjusting his seat. And the people who go to prophets, we never know the difference between devil and God. As long as that person has eyes to see, they don't care about the source of that eyes. Excuse me. Let me stop now. Since 5 years, what has God produced from you? I didn't ask you. Since 5 years, what have you achieved for God? Because God is not achievement conscious. I'm asking you, what has God produced from you that gives you courage to stand before enemies? Before Joseph went to prison, he had developed himself. There are people that hide themselves because they want to do evil. Joseph would tell his dreams. Please, I want to ask you a question. Can I ask you? Huh? Can I ask you a question? In his father's house, he brought a evil report. That's Joseph. At the age of 17, he was pointing to a destiny. In the house of Potiphar, he prospered the family. In the house of Pharaoh, he bought the Egyptians and their lands. They sent Joseph. Was it not just gradually progressing? Was anything new? The life that made him to sit upon to become high priest was there at the age of 17. Now we call it differentiating himself. To say as early as possible that this is my life. That this life is what? This life is my life, and I cannot live it in another way. I came that you might have a life. Excuse me. Do you know why I'm telling you this? Huh? Why I'm telling you this is, when you see what is going on here, it's a product of life that is already speaking. And it is not new. Like Joseph, that is how I built two-story building church in Kano 20 years ago. It didn't start in Galilee. Excuse me, I have never had plenty money. I didn't have it in Kano. So I've not always built building with too much money. I've always built building with value. That's what I'm preaching. I've never always built it with too much money. I've always built it with something that I saved. Something that was gathered. Something meager that came together and could do something. Such meager thing has entered into the hand of people. They squandered it. Because the saving spirit of vision is not inside them. Saving spirit of vision. When I was packing my bag, there are some of my trousers I packed into a Lucas bag, the one he came with. But these two, I pack it inside my own handkerchief. Because this thing you see here is a winter man. I came with it for it. Came with this shit. I packaged it. I am a shepherd. The boys are here now. Do we do regular cooking? As an how many times we cook in a week now? I don't know yet. So I punish them with hunger to save money. Even themselves, they know that the money I have is not for eating, it's for cement. They know it. Excuse me, look here. Don't try that. Don't go for that standard. You will never meet it. It's a complicated thing that a man came with. It's only me that understand how it works. It's part of my person. I say it's only me that understand. I told you, I have never dreamt of how spiritual thief, how I lost money. All the days, lost money from who? Satan. How? I'm not patterned to lose anything. Building a word of your word. Of your word. It's not completely, but there's something I want you to know. I want to help you to, I want to give you this gift before we go back, before we take communion and go. I want to give you this particular gift. I want you to hold it. Now, I would like you to hear that wherever there is a word, there is a word. Every word belongs to a particular, all reigning word. There are chaotic words. There are chaotic words. I'm not here to talk about chaotic words. I'm talking about reigning dominions. All reigning dominions reign by their word. W-R-D. So, like I used to tell you, in the prophetic discipleship or in good Christian living, the first thing somebody should learn is to learn to speak the word of his life. Now, like I said earlier, every spirit has his word, and every spirit builds his word by his word. When Jesus came to the earth, he wanted to build heaven. In John 1:14, he became one with his word, that he might build his word with that word. I said that he might build heaven with that word. Whether in 22:1, when the Bible said there is a river flowing from throne, or 22:2, where the Bible talk about the tree of life, all this is represent Jesus' life in the word. The gold in 21 and the light in 21 of Revelation represent both the light of Jesus' word and the gold